Alright. Get out. Alright, is everything working? Yeah. Alright, it seems to be working. Hello everyone and welcome to... what is this game called again? Not for Broadcast. Welcome to Not for Broadcast today. And today we are going to be playing the main campaign of this game. Not the telethon, live and spookier bits of your life, but the main campaign. And yeah, I already have played this game once. Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. I'm just gonna go with the simple name. Enter game name. Ah, so like... doesn't mean... enter game name? Like the name of the save file. I have played this before, but don't worry. I go for broadcaster and we'll see how this game ends.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
National Nightly News. Look, Ma, I'm on TV. Not for broadcast. Jesus. You can change the interference sensitivity in the options menu. Vänta, jag kan? Huh? Fan, det visste jag inte. Huh. Didn't know that. That's good to know, at least. For now. Right, day one. The election. Oh.
Hi, David. I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through.
David?
All right, mate. David,
hey.
Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry.
All right.
It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you.
Okay.
First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens.
Alright, D.
Look up at the
I mean A.
That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home.
Okay.
It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Unfortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain.
That's Brian.
Okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate,
54
look down
seconds.
under the desk.
Later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies from East Grinching. That's followed at 8.
East Grinching. Oh yeah.
You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any 3
why not?
and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again. You should be getting a signal from the studio soon.
James. Alright, we'll do
When you get
Dave.
the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to come.
Okay, that's funny.
Going in 5, 4.
Alright.
It's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next is going to be the throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Alright.
Totally independent.
Don't know what I'm doing, but alright.
Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Ham's with
Good view.
Sports Personality of the Year. and a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie,
Blunderclatch.
And, of course,
Blundersnatch.
headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic...
Right, button 2 in 3, 2, 1. Lovely, mate.
Oh, now!
Next thing is the throwback to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
If I'm gonna do... Alright. My favorite way of doing it is with the keyboard, but...
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Lovely, mate.
But first...
Oh, that wasn't as good as it was.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing, or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to advance's overwhelming...
I didn't even know you could do it with the mouse. I didn't know that.
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there
Yeah.
at the bottom right.
Alright, why not?
First one at a first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
To hear the co-leaders' acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Ha!
I need
Did
to
it.
fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Ranker Snatch is running late. Oh, I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Personally,
Oh.
I don't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy
Censor.
as with you. I thought that was our little secret.
I wonder if I could get a job like this.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship. No.
Real.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1.
Alright.
Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking.
Ah.
2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10
Alright.
seconds at the
Bit of
most.
counting.
So
That's
if
gonna be
you're
a bit
the
hard.
person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be
Oh,
fine.
gotta
It's
stop
not as
doing that.
complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Holy, he really is mad.
From the break. Quiet in the studio. Thank you so much. 10
Jesus.
seconds, everybody.
You got it. You want pay us. You want it? We got it. We want it. You got it. Pay us.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear, I do hope you believe
Ooh,
me,
that was a bit
Terry,
bad.
that being with you here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
the medicated. Yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
Thunder twat.
I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. What a wild ride this has been. I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man.
Bullet Man.
Remember that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question. And not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, doesn't it? Giving. Suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months.
Oh.
What do you make of this historic election result?
I'm just joking.
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking.
Ooh, he does not like talking about the election. He does not like that.
Very difficult. But,
Been on that shot a bit long.
I've been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again. Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
I already did.
Next week,
Right, they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My
Watch
character,
this screen.
Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Ooh.
Cool, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I don't know that?
Can all your
Now
dad
just
Elsie?
push the frequency back by dragging left.
Mustn't.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Jubbly, mate.
For you, baby.
Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or
Amplitude.
hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards.
You told me.
Push upwards.
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
Need to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
By going downwards. Ooh.
The sterility.
Under twat.
This formula, this is the key.
Bloody perfect, mate.
Bloody perfect, mate.
We have to ask ourselves.
Selves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Ooh, I love that sound. Ooh. Alright. Come to Bumbly. 3, 2, 1, now!
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here,
Ooh,
is
A+.
about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on
2
the
seconds.
broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button, or the space bar on your keyboard, for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear.
Ah, that's right.
People like to have
I'm not a professional, but
As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
1, 2, and hold it down.
Remember to select screen 1 now
Right.
that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5,
Ah.
4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters.
Ah, Jeremy,
where the two
I
leaders,
love your
Peter
haircut.
Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I
Get ready to
start?
bleep.
Go for it, Pat.
Shall I start? Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. And, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we
couldn't do it.
Certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people,
Nice.
you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put.
Nailed it.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer
Jamie.
future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election?
That's fine.
But first, you're gonna pay
pay.
first. You're gonna pay back.
Audiences get
Advance are
bored,
going
mate.
to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute
Sputniks?
ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always
Kurim Allah.
in the hands of the people who created it.
Ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech
Nice.
there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out
Oh.
in time. If not,
Oh, sorry about
someone's going to be in trouble.
Oh, my help. I'm
As
done.
the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably
What?
won't be coming back.
Huh?
Yours, mate. Good luck.
Same old boring politics then.
What?
This is some
Fuck
weird
you,
thing.
Dave.
Am I
Go to hell.
You should be so lucky.
Come back here, you
Tomorrow night.
bitch.
Not
I ain't
yet.
taking your job.
Got a date.
Sweaty
Try not to
bastard.
get murdered.
Try not to get murdered. Segment grade B. Ooh. Almost did good.
When the program's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages.
Dave,
The
fuck
first
off.
page shows you how well the broadcast went.
Ooh,
Each sequence
almost.
had an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy.
Oh, that was
If you
so
wanna know more
close.
about how it
Oh,
went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to
I'm
the
getting
next
good.
page.
No, it's great.
Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You've got a graph there showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking bunch. And of course, you can really drill into the details if you want to get better at making TV.
TV.
I never came here
Came
never
out once,
once.
never once.
Right, this is the
Ooh,
important page.
small
It tells you
bonus.
how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That
Broke
bonus
ass
report
poor.
shows you the financial state of our main
Ooh.
advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake.
Hey.
So
That's a Neil Steals. Crazy Neil get crazy deals. Colonel broke ass poor. Ah,
This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important.
state of the
tells you
world,
what Channel
government,
1 currently
Channel 1.
thinks of you. In other words, what
The
the
boss
thinks.
thinks. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Alright, mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
In a few moments, we'll be going live
Live
to
with
tonight's National Nightly,
Nightly
News.
news.
It's coming up later on tonight.
Blah blah. I like to skip all the way to the
for the
start.
National Nightly News.
Good evening.
Wait, let us hear the woman say.
But now, it's time to
Now.
join Jeremy Donaldson for the National Nightly News.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving
National
on up,
Nightly.
the election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile? Controversy as global mega corporation Remington's Fist buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the Flard market. Top chat.
Those
Sports
Flard.
fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleys wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
We'll see how the editing went. Wait, what the hell? What was that one? Oh shit! Wait. Oh yeah, right, it's the state of the world. National Nightly News, NNN. No, no, not November. It's more like National
But first,
Daily
the
News.
votes are in.
Nah, it
There's
is
a
nightly.
decisive win for Advance. The
grey, a brown, a pink, a yellow, a purple. Neil Steels, unreal. You've got people coming over at Christmas. You've got Nan. She's going to leave a stain on the sofa. You don't want to
Stain
sit
on the
this
sofa.
white sofa. He's going to have to sit on
a
the
dark sofa.
This is the deal with Neil.
Neil Appeal.
You want to throw? Throw
Okay.
your money at us. We'll get
Alright.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those.
Do I have to? Yep. Don't worry about this rough
This is
text.
the rushes route. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go. And when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody.
Not gonna watch this. Alright, let's continue. AdWords, yeah, right. Exercise with hand sleeves. Wait. Oh yeah, that's the random that's the AdWords from each day. Ah, okay, okay. Dun dun dun.
Hi, I'm world-class sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves, and I'm not fat.
Fat.
You are.
But you are.
Don't worry, ladies. Now you can have me, Johnny Hamsleeve, right there in your lounge.
Johnny!
The morning yawn. You know, that looks like a good
I'll take
exercise.
you through a proper match day workout with my two cracking assistants. Who knows, within a few weeks, you could be as fit as them.
Don't you mean as you? Yeah, feminine ice skater. I guess, yeah, that's not really that much. The nosy photographer. Ah, that's not so bad.
Did you know that fat people are less likely to laugh, marry, or live past the age of 26? These potentially true statistics are all terrifying reasons why you need to pop a bit of Johnny in your VHS slot.
That's really the welcome home, Johnny. Whoa.
Every exercise is recommended by sports professionals and is 72% likely to get rid of those tricky tummies and cruel cellulite.
Alright. Exercise includes the the groupie's boyfriend.
With Johnny Hamsleeves.
Act now, fatty. Hold on. Johnny Hamsleeves Get Match Fit. Available in all good shops this Christmas. Oh yeah, right. This is the actual news. Alright. He didn't tell me about AdWords. Oh wait, I should have saved. Oh! Right, I remember the last... I remember the run that when I didn't play enough Neil's AdWords. You don't want to know what happened to him, Jesus Christ. Ooh, he was not good at the end. You arrive home to find a post on a mat. Most being nothing more than the usual junk mail, but one letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you open it. It's a form from the new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. Your name, Alex Winston. Your spouse, Sam Winston. Your children, Charles Winston and Susie Winston. Oh, well, you muse. At least they got the basics right. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Aww. Upon starting a new job, you would... Oh, good, they give us options. Be friendly, and introduce yourself to your new coworkers. Be productive and get to work immediately. Ease yourself in and orientate yourself with your new workplace. Reminisce with friends about old jobs. Be productive and get to work immediately. That's the only thing I could do. Questionnaire. Oh yeah, day 3, an unexpected form. Huh. Sounds like stuff you gotta do in between. Jeez. Alright. Alright. Question 2. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that you've been taking home. Has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now, a file of minor importance has gone missing. It's not really that important. You would help your colleagues cover up and recommend that your colleague report it. Promise your colleague promise your colleague that you won't tell anyone, and report the violation to your supervisor immediately. Screw it. It's like a file of minor convenience. Actually, that would probably do the Russians good. Nah, I'm just joking. I don't even know if we're British or have Russians in this game. probably not. Huh? Vad is love? Jesus Christ. Huh? Okay. Tell them all. La døra være åpen. Fan i helvete altså. Gud malla. Ja. Right. Question 3. An entire department was fired for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are significantly higher than the previous ones. You would leave work on time, stay late to ensure you hit the first deadline, leave the work early and head to the pub about the changes with colleagues, or leave work early and head home to see your family. Yeah, stay late to ensure you hit the first deadline. Don't want to get fired, huh? It's the annual question 4. It's the annual company barbecue, and you and your family have been invited. You are looking forward to enjoying the last day with friends and family. Are washing your hair that day. Go if you're free, but wouldn't mind missing it. Have been practicing with your coworkers and think you'll win the talent contest this year. Yeah, looked for a nice day out with friends and family. Question 5. You had a long and successful career. But in your speech, you list your achievements and all the good memories you have working there. You can also review pros and cons, blah blah blah. Company focused on the issues faced while working there. Refused to attend. Nah, list achievements and such. Why not? In your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like listening to music or making models. Attend political rallies and stand up for what you believe in, and encourage and support your child with their hobbies, or play in your local sports team. Yeah, encourage my children. Our ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by natural beauty, blowing a strain of daily grind, exploring somewhere unfamiliar and discovering new experiences and challenges. A structured day out at a theme park, bursting with thrills and attractions for you and your family. A romantic getaway with your partner to tropical island paradise. A structured day at a theme park, bursting with thrill and actions. And why not theme park? Question 8. It is the most important that the government keeps the people safe, free, happy, equal. Yeah, safe. Thank you for your cooperation. Advance knows your time is valuable, and we appreciate your help in leading the nation to a brighter future. Sign your name, Alex Winston. Day 6, a family matter. Oh, what's happening now? It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just off drying your favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir at your first trip together. The prince faded, but goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. I'm not original. There in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase. Alright, that's actually kinda a nice mug right there. There's a There in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. Oh, he's like my stepbrother. Yeah, Sam's sibling. Right, didn't notice that before. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. Chris takes a deep breath. Oh, yeah, that kind of suitcase. Alright. What is it doing with that suitcase? I'm sorry for bursting in so late, Alex, Chris stammers, but I need a favor, and you're the only one I can ask. No problem. What's going on? You must have seen all this crazy advanced stuff. Advanced stuff? The assets and wealth act, they're calling it. Taking people's hard-earned money to fund Lacey. It's bullshit. You've never seen Chris this agitated. Jesus Christ, honestly, they're just trying to make homeless people or poor people better. I'm not saying I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money, Chris added sastily, but they can afford it. People like me, we're going to lose everything. That's awful, but I'm not sure how I can help you. You're always the well-off one in the family. I'm sorry, but taking from the rich to help the poor doesn't sound so bad. Yeah, we'll go for this one. Yeah, better. I'm going to take everything, Alex. Everything I've spent my life building. I can't let that happen. I need a favor. Chris's eyes find the floor tiles. I need to borrow your passport. My passport? Why? Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to like this? They've taken mine and half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look so similar. So, Chris is pacing now. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe, but I need to go before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex. I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice. Surely there's another way. It can't be that serious. Chris is also... Oh god. You're joking, right? I've always done right by you and Sam. I treated your children like they were my own. We're family. Does that mean nothing to you? Ooh, it's against the law. I can't help you with this. Ooh, I'm getting excited. Fine, I'll solve this myself, Chris spits. So much for family loyalty, eh? Grabbing the neon fluorescent suitcase, Chris disappears into the night. You go back to the dishes, picking up Sam's cup again. The peeling face now seems to bore into you. The knot in your stomach tightens. Ah! Well, let's see how this goes. Day 8, 2 days later. Sorry, Chris. It's just not good. Just not good.
Alright, mate, it's Dave. Oh, Christ, it's noisy in here, Jesus. Right, hang on, let me just get out some thanks, darling. Yeah, I'll take that one with me. Cheers. Right,
I can't look
that's
down.
better. Let's get set up and get on with it, eh, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on.
Alright.
Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Oh, right, that's actually really... Ooh, that's definitely not foreshadowing. Should we play this? Is this toy safe? Mr. Snuglocks. Here's a Swiss. Remington Swists must have toy for your child this Christmas. Okay. Should be played. Yeah, Teen Team. Ooh, should I? Alan James is coming to a medium-sized hall near you. Scroll, please, and advert at the end. Just a Your skin cream. I'll play that one.
Right, you can see they finally the old headline system up and working again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come
That's
at
the
the
silly
start.
name.
It's really simple, mate.
As
These
himself,
two
Mr.
buttons at
Steen,
the bottom of the
his
vision
double
mixer,
ass.
you can see they now have
Alan
A
as himself.
and B on them, and they're to help
Three
you
boys in a
click
trench
image
coat,
A
angry
on the
Peter.
left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom
Sue
screen here.
as himself.
It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of
Wait,
seconds you
oh,
have to make your
this
decision.
shit's going like.
Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can
Oh,
change
right.
your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches zero. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The
That's alright.
pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington's appointment is a risk for the giant mega corporation. Sophia, as our regular viewers will be aware, has always been a wild child and has been romantically linked to several movie stars and sports personalities. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Svalsborg-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artiste Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be on the cards for these two budding A-listers? And Griever's bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to walk the streets alone at night, could this be exactly the right time for Advance's new approach? All that and mega more for the group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News. In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, The government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the
Bad
great
editing.
herd, ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Disrupt?
Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and Opie-arts.
Oh.
Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong. I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately I can't understand it for you.
I don't know what she meant by that.
Oh my god. He is gullible. I'm just joking them. Fuck you, Dave.
I'm just saying I'll do what I can, that's all.
Bullshit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
I've said I put a word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds,
Sorry about that.
everybody.
Get yourself quick. Get yourself a crazy deal.
3.
Oh.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problems. We need more support from ministers. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. Just hang on. The problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or cough.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh,
what the hell?
Hang on a moment. Jeremy, bloody gimps escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Can't you go back in your gimp space?
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this...
Where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said get naughty.
Not having this again.
Mummy said get back in your gimp space.
Ooh.
Naughty,
Fuck.
you beast, Clive.
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal. No one
Dude,
else.
what the hell?
Look, everyone has a sob
Ugh.
story. Don't all end up as barbarians.
I don't know if his...
Look, when our daughter
I wonder if that guy's kidnapped or not.
on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of the pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
That's not a normal child.
Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menace.
Sorry about that.
Today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep. One sec, love. Chitwang Shirley's on the news. One sec, love. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jess. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Jess?
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy?
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal there, Tony.
Fucking way. Police that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I
Tom.
need 2 seconds. How does this happen, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to gain a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back,
I
everybody.
find it messed up. Loosen up, little Cappy.
Smooth, incisive journalism.
I can have you fired.
You'd miss my charm.
The new advance. Yeah. Kneel appeal. Brush. Golden brush. Ah, segment grade A. Good enough. Replay. Nah. I'm gonna get straight A's. Editing could have been way better.
Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be? This is on you.
10 seconds, everybody. We're gonna open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5.
Okay, okay.
4.
3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolf. And on
Welcome's
tonight's
Black?
Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries.
Jeremy's
of
frustrated.
A
It
team
wasn't
of
him.
inspiring young people from Switchford Sixth Form College who today received a
At least he gets a break.
to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one.
Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin.
But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship. Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary. Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Right.
Keep going for...
Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I, Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends.
Hands off my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be cheeky.
If you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel lads. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Ooh!
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist.
This is not bad.
Probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist.
Ooh.
Grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner. He had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
countless day. So damn hard a countless day.
Just work as a team. It's your choice to be me. It's my choice. So
stop that.
Make a different choice. Listen to that inner voice. Friendship.
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time
Damn,
for
well,
tonight
yeah,
on
blah, blah.
Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was...
Never fuck this knivlig.
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
There must be something in the food. I don't want to upset you, but you should weep for the world. They're gonna take your poor sweet grandma, and I don't want to shock you, but you need to wake up. I'm Alan James, and I'll slap you so hard with the truth you'll still be picking facts out of your face the following Wednesday.
I don't want. Wait, get an A+ for any broadcast. Woo! Yeah, you did it well. All offensive words were censored. A breathtakingly good edit. Nice. It's the editing I gotta improve. A generous bonus. Aw, broadcast poor. Worrying the. Oh, it's going up. Ah. Okay, I need to get this up. This up. Nah, this is alright. Alright, they're loving me.
Take a look at what's in store tonight on Channel 1.
You know what? We're gonna watch that edit of the music again.
Best moments from Peter Clements' Just the Job. Reminding us just how our new Prime Minister became so popular.
I don't think you can speedrun this game because this game goes on yeah. You can't really speedrun this game. Well, you can speedrun getting all the endings, but not really speedrunning into the game. Well, yeah. Let's watch the musical again. I gotta want to do that. Blah blah blah. Stuff about nightly news. Blah blah. Alan James being dumb. Alan James is right. That sounds like a stupid title. Alright, blah blah blah. Carry the fist. Oh. I think the game. Yeah, well, I'm having a little bit of technical. Oh, it crashed. Alright, we're having a bit of technical issues. I'll be. Fuck. I accidentally pressed the wrong button, so I ended the recording. But I'll just like put them together, you know. Just like boom. Do that. Basic. The most basic thing to do. Anyways. Alright. Anyways, I was gonna leave it on that note actually. You guys have a good day, good night, wherever you are. And you know, this was not for broadcast. Obviously, we're gonna make more. Well, I'm gonna make more. It's only me actually. Oh. And I hope you also liked the editing on the Lethal Company video. I guess I'm gonna just do editing on the Lethal Company videos because those aren't like videos, for example, like not for broadcast. I probably should have like made it shorter, that video, but I'm like making an hour's worth of goddamn content, so well, why not? Anyways, next video I'm gonna film is a game called Repella Fella, so stay tuned for that. Hope you have a good night, and like I always say, yeah, stay home, stay safe, don't die, bye!